Chaos Ruler, which whenever he gets ready to join, and we are doing the Whisper of the Worm. And this time, hopefully, we're going to be a little bit more successful than before. Chaos Ruler, right there, live and in action. And what I'm going to end up having to do is probably switch my picture from the other side to the other side, but screw it, whatever. All right, so Razorblade, explain to us what we're going to be doing.
Alright guys, what we're going to be doing is going to IO on the director, and we're going to be waiting for a public event in Lost Oasis that is a taken blight. When that happens, when the event begins, there will be a secondary boss that will spawn in one of three different locations usually. It'll be like a taken version of an old D1 boss. We kill that guy, and a portal will appear. And when that a portal appears, the fire team leader, which will be Joker, will start the mission. And when we go there, it'll take us into the lost sector that's in Lost Oasis, and it'll start a 20-minute countdown. And we'll go up through, and we'll take this like little hidden pathway as we go through to this mission. It's a little jumping puzzle. You'll see it as we go. It will be a fantastic little jumping puzzle. It's fun. We'll get through that. We'll face a bunch of ads once we get through the jumping puzzle. Once we get through the jumping puzzle, we will face three bosses: a taken captain, a taken knight, and a taken centurion. All taken versions of bosses from D1. We all have to do this within a 20-minute time period. We do it in a 20-minute time period. You get the Whisper of the Worm sniper rifle, which is an exotic sniper rifle. If you've played D1, it's reminiscent of basically an exotic version of the Black Hammer. The Black Spindle, even though that wasn't the exotic version they brought back in Destiny 1, wasn't quite the same as this version of the Black Hammer because it has a white nail perk and it returns ammo directly to the magazine, and it does not pull from your ammo reserves. It just comes out of thin air. That's what makes it so good, and it's extremely powerful. And it's one of the best weapons that they've introduced into the game. It's only been in the game for maybe close to a month now since it's been discovered. It's been a few weeks now. It's kind of a difficult task. The light level is pretty tough. The actual enemies will melt you even at max light. You can be at 3. We're all in the 390s, and I'll guarantee you we will get melted, and it will happen fast. This is no joke.
So right now what I'm doing is I'm actually showing the Whisper of the Worm right now to everybody that's on there, also trying to give it long enough to where I can use it as a still picture for the thing. Yeah, so he's already got the catalyst for it. I take it was a pretty hell of a grind. Polygonal rifling and armor-piercing rounds, mulligan, and fitted stock, and then the white nail, which is pretty much like what he was saying. The ornaments for this, from what Razorblade Dreams was saying, was pretty much garbage, and I have to agree. It would have made more sense had they had it look like something like a skull or something, or more skeleton looking, instead of the two ones that they did. Kind of looks like crap. This one's probably the best one out of them both. Alright, so what I'm about to do here, guys, you're probably wondering what I'm about to do. Well, the reason I'm in this thing here is I'm about to boot no, I'm kidding. I'm about to promote him to leader, because he's familiar with this, and he'll be able to know where to go. So we're just going to follow him. He's going to do the talking, and I'll be here on standby.
Yeah, so what we're going to do now, this is pretty much a waiting game. We've got to wait for a public event to spawn. It is a Taken Blight one. There's actually 3 different locations in Lost Oasis for the Taken Blight to spawn, and there's one location that is Cabal. Bungie has been notorious as of late to really not spawn the Taken Blight public event very often here. It's gotten a lot better, a little bit, well not a lot better, a little better since the last few times where it was like 3 or 4 hours of people waiting for this public event to spawn and it not happening. It's a little better, but we'll just hopefully RNG will smile upon us. Right now, for me as a hunter, the best loadout for me is what I've got right now. The Midnight 2, got the Man-to-Man SR4 with an art mod, because art skins, I'm not sure if it counts for the normal or the heroic. I'm not going to say, I'm just having not singed. And my Whisper of the Worm. Now this normal run is just the beginning. Now in order to get the catalyst, it will create a heroic version. After you get the gun, after you beat it, and you get the gun, it will create a heroic version that you can run, and there were 5 chests that you can get, or 6 technically, and you jump around and you take a certain route, you get the 5 chests, and then you shoot some oracles and you get a 6th chest, which will give you the schematic for an exotic ship exclusive to this quest, this Whisper of the Worm quest. I mean, it's basically a reskin ship from the Taken King ship that they usually get from the raid, like the King's Fall raid in D1. Still looks pretty cool though. It's black. It's pretty sweet. I want to get it eventually. We got a public event that's popped up here. It looks like this is going to be this might be the same. Oh, I think this is Cabal. Yeah, this is a Cabal one. It's good that it spawned because they gave us a rally to the flag. Now the jumping puzzle for the treasures, you get this essence and you get stuff, and that's how you beat the game. You beat it once, you get the catalyst, and then you got to run it multiple times to get the chests and the essence to level up the catalyst. Worth it to give some really neat perks. I would honestly say if you run Tickle Fingers, which is Storm Trance for layman terms, but if you run Storm Trance with Crown of Tempest, the Crown or whatever, Crown of Tempest, that's really good in the for ad care and stuff like that. Also, I would say Dawn Blade would be pretty good. Nova Bomb isn't that good, especially a lot of the times there's like blights and stuff in the rooms that will block a lot of the sight lines. So if you want to try to shoot your Nova Bomb at an enemy or something, chances are you'll hit a blight and it won't work. So definitely want to go with either Crown of Tempest, Storm Trance, and you'll also want to or Dawn Blade, which is the fire one. Also for your weapons, you'll want a heavy weapon similar to you'll want a scout rifle for sure in one of your slots. I'm running a Midnight Coup hand cannon because it's got rampage. A Manananan, which is a scout and a sniper, but you can also use a scout, an auto rifle, and a shotgun. Rockets I do not recommend. Like I said, there's blights everywhere and enemies. You have enough chances to die. Rocket blowing yourself up is the last thing you want to deal with. So I would not recommend rockets. Sniper rifles, scout rifles, high impact like Nameless Midnight. You know, Joker, you were asking me about the Nameless Midnight earlier. That would be a fantastic weapon in this situation. That's pretty much it. We just pretty much just run around and listen to us shoot the shit and talk and run. Hopefully, get a public event to spawn, and then, like I said, the show will begin. And hopefully, I won't suck too bad, but.
So what's the shader you got on your character right now on your thing, Razorblade Dreams?
Right now, my character is rocking. I don't have any. The shader I have on my boots, the Stompy. This is the Stompies that I'm using. This is to help with the jumping puzzle part of the for the hunter, because it does add like boosts and stuff like that for jumping. I will change it to be rated flux once we get past the jumping puzzle. Shaders, as far as everything else, I don't have a shader on anything. I have the only shader I have on Stompies is the Gen Noctipenal Zero shader from the Escalation Protocol, and the helmets I'm using is also from the Escalation Protocol, but it's got the Mad Monk shader, which I'm actually going to change that to the. I just changed it to the Escalation Protocol shader. The Hunter, that's the helmet from the Escalation Protocol you get from the armor set. That's what I'm wearing. I could wear the 405 helmet for the Solstice Mask Resplendent, but I kind of like the look of this mask, especially with this cloak. This cloak is
All right, this may
absolutely
be the
amazing.
Blight. Nope,
No,
Cabal
this is
Excavation.
Cabal.
Okay.
Yeah, trust me, I
Again?
know which flag
That
go where. I've
blasted
done this a
rock-shaking,
million times. I knew this was
concentration-shattering
Cabal
machinery!
going. Yeah, this Cabal will spawn here every time. If the flag hops here, it's Cabal without question. Now there'll be other places like go down here. And there'll be other places on around the area. Pretty much if a flag spawns anywhere, but right where we are, right where this is spawning, it's going to be a taken blight. If it spawns here, this is going to be Cabal, and if it's in, you'll grow to hate Cabal more than you already possibly already do. Like this is
All right, so what do you think about the? Hey, what's up, Jaden? What's up? This is going to be about the Whisper of the Worm.
Nice
So,
land.
Chaos Ruler, what
All
did you?
alone out here.
What was some of the
Let's
things that you are looking
long
forward
as you
to
can take it far,
as far
far
as
away from
Forsaken?
me.
Zavala dying instead. Honestly, I'm looking forward to the exoskeleton stuff.
Do y'all think that they'll probably end up doing a collector's pro edition for the PS4?
Maybe, but maybe not. I'm gonna stop it right now.
You know, for people that are watching this, if you want to skip this and stuff after, of course, obviously after when this is not talking to anybody that watches it from the live, but after this is recorded and it's up on YouTube, if you want to skip ahead to see if you get the worm or not, you can, or if you just want to watch it the whole thing, that's awesome. But I will say this. There will be a lot of dying on jumping puzzles because I did good for a little bit and then I spent 13 minutes trying to jump on the freaking elevator, and yeah, by the time I got to the party it was over with.
Oh, damn it.
So yeah, so
A bad tendency of shit dropping on my head right now.
Guardian down.
Wow, how did the Cabal rush into it? It wasn't even shooting and it killed me. Okay. Come on, game. Okay. I'm cool with that. But,
also, guys, if you are wondering what is up with the logo on there is the Spider-Man pre-order logo. I haven't got the theme yet. I think the theme's going to come out the same day. Me and Chaos was talking about it, and he speculated that there's probably some spoilers on the actual theme, and that's probably why it is not available right now. So that's kind of cool. I would figure with the
same thing with God of War.
yeah,
Well,
Ship fabled.
the thing was reserved until launch.
which that thing could have been released a lot earlier than what it was because there really wasn't much to it. Oh my goodness. But the theme was pretty badass, not gonna lie on that. Just saying it wasn't like it was spoiling any games. Now I will say this, what do y'all think about the solstice? Do you think this is something they should bring back in Forsaken as well?
Caused pandemonium among the cabal.
Oh yeah, I think it's actually a really cool way to
Pulverized the commander.
end the game on a high
How'd you
note.
know?
Because it